we live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live. Hello, hello, hello.
But it's not showing up there yet.
We always have my laptop open just in case.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us.
Hello, everybody.
Who gave this a thumbs down already? Get out of here. Give it a thumbs up if you want to be here.
If you're happy about a quarantine happy hour, give this video a thumbs up. We are sipping on this evening. I have a delightful Malbec wine here. And what do you have, Jordan?
Tequila and some kind of juice.
Some kind of juice. And that's how we do.
Where's everyone joining from tonight? For us, it is 7:30 p.m.
Yes, it's 7:30 in Puerto Morelos. This is where we're currently living. We're riding out the Rona situation here. But we just thought it would be fun to, basically for the first time ever, do like a happy hour type live stream and just like chit chat, you know?
We had some suggestions from you guys saying do a happy hour, so here it is.
So let's see here. Hello to True Review from New Jersey. Hello Ratbone in North Carolina. Jimenez in San Francisco.
Anyone outside of the U.S. yet?
Hello Adrian from Arizona, my home state. What?
We have lots of U.S. people.
Hello Aaron in California. Another one in California. Chaz, hello. Hello Sav in Baltimore. And Skittle Nuts, that's a creative name. Hello in Seattle.
And it's a little finger with a like an acorn nut.
That's kind of cute.
Where is it? Right here?
Oh, yeah. We have Tracy here from Australia.
Oh,
what time is it in Australia? Let's see. Hi, Rob in Boulder. Paul says hello from hot Arizona. What is it like there? My dad was sending me some screenshots of the weather. It's heating up there. It's heating up here too, and it's getting so hot and humid. Not digging it.
We have Wilcox, Arizona, and Brisbane, Australia.
Hello, Gerardo. You didn't even say hi to Gerardo? You just said where he's from. Hi, Gerardo. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
And Larry's hopping on. Canada. I love seeing this. One day, I aspire for us to have a live video where we can have one person joining from every continent.
I'll give Antarctica a pass.
Then maybe we give Antarctica a pass.
That'd be tough with time zones, though.
That would make it all the more impressive. Baja RV couple says hello from Phoenix. It's 100 degrees. Oof. How hot is it here? It is. I remember just looking, and it was 77% humidity, which is really where you get the heat from. The walk that we went on this evening with Laska, that was pretty hot.
Our first super sticker!
Super sticker. Thank you, Richard.
Parrot character laying on the side.
Raising his arms.
While saying, how's it going?
How's it going? Apparently I'm going on this ride.
You're our parrot character tonight.
Yeah, it's 83. I'm a pear. Okay. It's 83 degrees here with 82% humidity. It feels like 93. So not quite as hot as the real feel Arizona, but at least in Arizona, whatever the temperature is, it very likely feels that temperature. So like what you see is what you get.
Gonna be honest with you guys, we have no agenda tonight.
Yeah, no agenda at all. So if you have any questions or random topics that you want to talk about, like pears or the weather. Our video tomorrow is going to be about the Mexico situation of the coronavirus, so I would probably prefer that that's not the topic of tonight's conversation.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll go there if we go there.
Oh, we have a Puerto Morelos in the house.
Oh, Diego in the house. How hot is it where you are, Diego? Where you/we are. I'm just kidding.
John asked, do we have air conditioning? Yeah, it's right up here.
Thank goodness, yes. We could not. I don't know how people live here with it being so hot and humid without AC.
Oh, we got another super sticker. Parrot character doing a shaka sign. What's that? Is that this?
What is a shaka sign? I have to look on my laptop. He's doing this? Is it this? It's
Thank
really
you,
just going like this.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
And Tavo, thank you for the super chat. Hola, mandarinita, saludos desde Nuevo Laredo.
Nuevo Laredo. Funny-ish story. When we were driving back to the border because we were starting the process for temporary.
This was a long time ago.
Long time ago, we were driving back to the border. Good to clarify. We're not doing any traveling right now. Driving back to the border to start some paperwork for temporary residency, and we're at the toll booth station, and the lady's like, "¿A dónde van?" Like, where are you guys going? And I was saying, Laredo. And then back to me, she
because
goes,
we were going to Laredo, Texas.
Laredo, Texas. She goes, Nuevo Laredo? And I'm like, Laredo. And she's like, Nuevo Laredo? Laredo. Like, this went on back and forth for way too long. But it was like, am I speaking some other language here? Like, Laredo. It's like, basically, it's not the same thing, I know. But, yeah, that went back and forth. She ended up, this was the time that we got ripped off.
Yeah,
like,
we don't need to talk about that.
Steal pesos from us, but it was like one of those situations where we're just having this conversation, and it's like, am I having the same conversation here, or am I speaking Greek or something? Because
Len says, spare a thought for viewers not allowed to buy alcohol where they live.
Oh.
I'm not one of them. Lucky you.
So sorry. There's a lot of places in...
We're allowed here, but we wouldn't be right now. We would have had to buy it like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
The cutoff's at 5 p.m. each day.
Yeah. So, we'll pour one out for you. Thank you to Jim for the
super
sticker of a pear lying on the side, raising his arm while saying, "How's it going? How's it going?" I'm on this ride again.
Oh, we got another super sticker. It's all about the super stickers today.
Gerardo, thank you for the super sticker. Pear character punching the air with fist and bump written on the knuckles. Fist, bump.
Thank you, Gerardo.
To reenact them. Things We Do says, after your last video, I started binge watching you from your first video. Great stuff. Ah, that is awesome.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you for binge watching our videos. We made that playlist a while ago because it was like, we thought, going on Netflix, I mean, that's one of the biggest appeals of Netflix, right? That you can just basically not sleep for like 6 days straight if you want to, and you can watch the entire show. Well, you could do that on our channel now, too.
Miami says, hello, everyone. I'm fashionably late. That's okay. The number of people on here usually keep counting up for the first hour or so.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you just got to make sure you've got a little happy hour drink that you're sipping on. What is your guys' drink of choice? Mine is wine. Mine is wine. It's like a mini poem.
Mike asks, if you were to reside in any country other than Mexico y Estados Unidos, where would it be? I mean, I don't know.
That's hard.
That's a tough one. I feel like we need to travel more, but the next place I would go if I had to leave Mexico would be Colombia.
Even though we haven't been there.
Even though I haven't been there, but I want to visit.
I do as well. I know that's kind of like a hot place to be for some travelers right now. It seems like a trend. A Cuellar says, having a snack and watching Tangerine Travels?
Heck
awesome.
yeah.
What is your snack of choice? Is it, we should have a snack right now. I would pick popcorn probably because that's just like typical, I don't know, like watch a movie and snack.
Thank you, Anthony, for the super sticker. Lifting some weights. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Wait, go back.
Really we have to catch up on comments already.
I know, but Jim says, hey, did you get my super sticker? Did we? I'll look on my laptop. They, sometimes we miss them, but I thought we got all the ones. Oh, we missed this one here.
Well, we have quite a ways to go down there, but okay. Trying to get caught up on comments.
Okay, Jim, yours is back here. I see it, and it's a pair that says, how's it going? And hi, how's it going? Thank you for the
Jim.
super sticker. Sorry we missed that earlier.
Oh, Nigeria's in the house.
Hi, Olawale. How's it going? Let me grab my coffee, he says.
Michelle, thank you for the super sticker. hippo character in tactical gear does tactical flanking maneuver hand gesture. I don't even know what that
This
is.
has to be the way that they describe these super stickers. This has to be some joke where they think no one's going to see it normally
Yeah.
because you can't when you're looking at the live chat. You can't see this. So
Yeah.
somebody's getting very creative with these descriptions, and I applaud them for that.
Thank you for the super chat, Jose. I'm gonna try to get caught up to the most recent comments here.
Oh, wait. We've got an answer here. Maya and me says, you decide for me, Maker's Mark Bourbon or Merlot. Well, I am drinking wine, and I would vote for wine.
I would vote for the bourbon.
Well, so there you go. We are no help at all. Viralocity says, Hola, Tangerines. Hi from Mexicali, Mexico. You never answered if you plan to go to the Groots near Tulum, some 25 minutes from your neck of the woods.
I don't know where that's at.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know where
either.
Tulum is, but
Yeah.
I don't know where the grottos are.
Is that some type of like cenote? Or, yeah, let us know.
Michelle, thank you for the super chat. What are your favorite brand of vodka? I don't drink vodka that much.
Yeah. I used to really like Absolute, like in my, I don't know, when I was like 21.
When I was in college, I drank Smirnoff because that was the cheap stuff. But
or like some good old Smirnoff Ice. Did you ever drink those?
I'm not. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm not a very much of a vodka connoisseur. But if I had to go to the store to buy a nice bottle of vodka, I might go with Grey Goose or something like that.
Or Belvedere. Isn't that a nice one?
I think so.
Belvedere, yeah. Tito's is a good one for me because I don't drink vodka really because of the potential of gluten being in it. So Tito's is the potato vodka, so I might choose that one.
And Kit says, hello, I saw a few of your videos. When will Vegas open? It's hard to say. Some hotels are saying they'll, if legally allowed, they'll be opening May 15th. Others are saying beginning of June, but these dates keep getting pushed back, so we'll see. Comparing it to Macau, though, Macau was only closed for 2 weeks. They put in a lot of restrictions when they reopened, but...
So we've kind of talked about that ourselves, like would we want to go back right when it opened? And probably not if we had to wear masks and like buffets weren't open, all the things that we go there and really enjoy about it. Lisa says it's a red wine kind of night and cheers. Yes, salud.
And tequila, although it kind of looks like red wine.
That'd be a really big glass.
Okay. Thank you for the super chat, M. Cooper, for Alaska treat.
I could try to get a treat for Alaska right now and see if she'll come here in the video. So hold on. Alaska's looking up like, what did you say, treat?
All right. Thank you for the super chat, Alan. Do you miss Quick Trip in Mexico? Not really. I mean, I went there occasionally, but there are some things I miss, but that's not one of them.
Sit.
That's not a treat.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
You could put it up there.
Could I? I don't want to. I'm actually not wearing any shorts under this, so. I know it's sit. Sit.
Everyone just got a
Sit.
great view. I'm just
Sit.
kidding.
No, she's too excited right now. She's not gonna do it. Okay, but now sit. Sit. Good girl.
Thank you for the super sticker, Michelle. And I think we're almost caught up on
you don't want the other ones?
comments. Okay.
Okay, it's not like them. This is not dog food, by the way.
Nicholas asked, Jordan, did you play hockey as a kid or teen? And did you have any ambitions to try and go pro? I did.
If you read that quickly, it says, did you play hockey as a kitten? Kitten.
I did play hockey, but I had no ambitions to go pro because I started late. So I had a big disadvantage to everyone who started like 5, 6, 7 years earlier than me. Hockey's a sport where you really need to start early if you want to be good, or at least good for your age.
Thank you for the compliment, Anne, by the way. Cute dress. Thanks.
Where's that?
Right here.
Oh. Oh. It's going away. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. I'm curious, what's your take on how different the U.S. is from Mexico, if you're willing?
Like in general, or do you mean like these times right now because of the pandemic?
Let's talk in general. I'm going to pretend it's in general.
Okay.
How different is the U.S. from Mexico? What would you describe as the main differences?
Oh my gosh, everything?
Yeah,
Everything, literally, like even the language, just the language alone changes everything, I think.
Yeah, first and foremost, language.
I think the culture is so much more complex and like I believe Mexico's an older country, so it's even like in that sense.
There's a lot more history here.
History, yeah.
Especially compared to where we're from. Like I grew up in Minnesota. Maddie grew up in Arizona, so those states aren't very old. Like you're talking, what is it, 1800s for Minnesota, 1900s for Arizona, whereas many cities in Mexico are 500 years old. Infrastructure is quite a bit different.
Yeah, Gerardo says this, infrastructure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Cesar says everything is different. It really is. Like, and there's some states in the U.S. that have Mexico influence, of course, like that they used to be Mexico, like New Mexico and Texas, or maybe at least parts of Texas and Arizona.
All of Texas.
All of Texas? So then there's that, but it's like even those states, there's so many differences.
Pretty much the whole Southwest U.S. used to be part of Mexico.
J Money says, how often do you guys eat street tacos? I love them as often as possible.
I mean, we used to all the time. Since for the last 6 weeks, we've been trying to stay inside, and we haven't eaten out at all.
Yeah, I miss food that we don't make ourselves.
I miss food.
No, we're eating. I mean, we're eating too much, but
I do miss other people making me food.
Specifically, like tacos, like street tacos, so good. Wreck-It Ralph, thank you for the super chat. Miss y'all. I'm still trying to finish the playlist. Oh, thank you. Thank you for binge watching during these times. It sounds like you are just moments away from being a Tangerine elite. Thank you, Quality Guitar, for the super chat, not sticker.
You have to click on it, though.
I did. Oh, did I not? Sorry about that. Super sticker. Para-character flying in the air. Don't you throw me in the air. No! With a cape and a smile on his face. If you had thrown me in the air like a pear with a cape on, I would not be smiling. Thank you for the super sticker. Quality Guitar.
Hello, Chapala. Or should I say David from Chapala?
Hello, David, yes.
Love your channel. It helped us make the move to Mexico. Cool.
That's awesome.
Hope
so are
you're
you
enjoying
living
it there?
Are you living there in Chapala? That was the final
the move.
Well, I know, but that doesn't mean that's the like end place. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people travel to other places. Anthony says, I grew up in Minnesota.
And we have a Go Vikings there.
Yeah, I would have skipped that one because I don't know sports, so unfortunately.
That's a football team.
Vikings could be like its own island as far as I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, we're getting behind here.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
All right. Oh, he chose your suggestion. I take offense to that.
Scott says, I got my wine and English cheddar. Let the weekend begin. Ah, cheese and wine. What a good combination. English cheddar. What is English cheddar? Does that just mean like cheddar cheese from...
You know what? Cheese sounds good. I'm going to go get some.
Or like from the land of the United States. It's hard to find cheddar cheese here, so... And now Jordan is off to get his own cheese. Hello, Christine. Thank you for joining us. Meg asks, what's the most spicy thing that you've had in Mexico?
Some salsas?
Salsas, yeah. And, specifically green salsas, because I feel like in the U.S., green usually means it's not as spicy, but in Mexico, I think green salsas are often, well, not often, I can't say often, but they're deceptively either habanero or salsa verde that's made out of like tomatillo, and it's not spicy at all. So
Can you move your computer or your wine?
High
because
risk.
We have Alaska here.
It's a high risk situation when you try a large amount of green salsa from the table in Mexico.
I got my Costco plate of cheese,
Plate of cheese.
and I got a dog right here.
And the dog definitely wants, oh, we can only see a little bit of her. Yep, she wants it.
What do you want? Do you want the treat?
It's not, you can't call it a treat and expect her not to want it.
Okay, back up to us.
Virality says, Groot between Tulum and Playa Cara, they drive you some 3 miles inland, get into this gigantic cave with underground rivers, consider this for a vid, tons of views, Google Actun Chen. Okay, we'll have to look into that. I haven't heard of that.
Sit.
Do you know if it's a cenote or not, though? Because there's so many cenotes in this area that sounds kind of like that could be what it is. Alaska says hello. She also says, give me your cheese. Give me your cheese right now.
Sit.
Holly says, coffee, tequila, and a shot glass at breakfast. Oh, that is one way to start the day, for sure. Have you ever had, so there is coffee flavored tequila. Like I've had the Patron Cafe, I think it's called. But then there's also a Mexican coffee, which is where you have a shot of espresso and a shot of tequila, and you mix them. And like, speaking of ways you can start the day, that is one of them.
That is one way.
First time I tried that, it was somewhat forced on me, and it was like, that's maybe a story for another day. Not in a bad way, but it was a day. Oh, wow. Thank you, Allison, for the very generous super chat. I binge-watched your entire playlist and made my husband watch your Herradura videos while we test-tasted their line. He's now a fan of both the tequila and Tangerine travels. Oh, my gosh. That's awesome.
And those tours were so much fun.
Speaking of, that's what you're drinking today.
I have Herradura and some juice in here.
Where is the bottle? Is it out? Oh, here it is.
It's taken us almost a year to go through this bottle.
This is Herradura Plata. It's Jordan's favorite. This is the...
No, that's not my favorite.
This isn't your favorite? I thought this was a sweeter one.
No, this is their normal one.
Ultra. I'm thinking of Herradura Ultra, which is their super sweet version.
I mean, this is good for like just a plain Blanco tequila.
But yeah, you guys, if you ever are in Jalisco, specifically Guadalajara, definitely do the Herradura. It's like a tequila express, like a tequila train. You get to tour the factory and everything. It's amazing, an experience that I want to have again.
Thank you for the super chat, Joel. Cheers from LA.
Cheers! Salud!
Salud.
RC asks, Jordan, why haven't you had Maddie cut your hair? I think this means cut your hair yet.
My hair hasn't been bothering me too much. I thought it would be, but I haven't been trying to style it. If I were trying to style it, it would be a bother because my hair just won't do anything. When it gets longer, it gets curly like this.
Yeah, it's actually at a place, I think, that it's less bothersome because it's gotten the curl. So now it's like kind of like curling up and out of your way, out of your face, like you don't like. Thank you, Jody, for the super chat. Hello from New Mexico. Hello.
Hello from Old Mexico.
Old Mexico. Scott asks, how many tricks does Laska know? She knows a fair amount. The thing is, she won't do them unless you have a treat. So
most of the time.
No, like, or unless you can convince her or trick her into thinking you have one. So maybe we could do a video, like a short video like that sometime, or maybe even a TikTok.
But she
had to bring that up.
She knows sit, lay down. A good one is sit and stay, and then she won't go until you say go, and you can say any other words you want.
Sometimes she'll do that.
But yeah, some others like circle, out of the kitchen, which she thinks means walk backwards.
Yeah, so the story with that one is I've always done a lot of cooking, and so I would be cooking. It was at our old apartment, which the kitchen was kind of
in Phoenix, or
Our old apartment in Phoenix, yeah. The kitchen was kind of in a U shape, and so then I would be like, she would be all up in my business while I'm trying to cook, and then I'm like, last guy, out of the kitchen, out of the kitchen, out of the kitchen. So then finally I would say out of the kitchen, waited for her to get out of the kitchen, and then I would throw her a treat. But then another time, I don't even know how we discovered this, but I held something in my hand and she was walking backwards, and I'm like, why is she doing this? But then I realized if you say out of the kitchen, she thinks that means walk backwards. So now it doesn't matter where you are. If you say out of the kitchen, she'll go backwards. She'll walk backwards. It's a great a great trick that I unintentionally trained into her.
Thank you for the super chat. I admire what you do, and whenever you come back to CDMX, I will treat a great lunch. Salud, amigos. Currently drinking mezcal and beer together, like mixed.
That's an interesting combo.
Because there's like Corona or something where you put in a margarita. So is there something like mezcal and beer mixed?
Yeah. That sounds like it could be kind of interesting. Well, cheers. Thank you.
And thank you for the offer.
This has such a nice ting sound. I like actually washing this glass because is it crystal that it would be made out of, or even is it glass so you go around the rim and it's like, ooh.
So they're saying Treasure Island is saying they'll open on May 15th if they're legally allowed to, which I think right now is the date that Nevada is set to reopen, but we've seen all around the world these dates getting pushed back, so we'll see if that happens.
Lisa says, guys with the curls get the girls. Yeah.
Watch out.
And mind me, Scott says, you've got hockey hair now, baby Gretzky.
I'm surprised you knew how to pronounce that.
Gretzky?
Yeah.
Everybody knows who that is.
Okay.
I don't know about more specific than that when it comes to hockey.
Do you know his first name?
Wayne?
Good job.
There you go. Okay, Viralocity says, main difference is that Cenote is an open-air natural water reserve that the porous Yucatan Peninsula has, and Grutes are not open-air, imagine underground rivers, but inland, bizarre and beautiful. Huh, okay. I thought cenotes could also be underground. It's just that if they're freshwater, like filtered through the limestone, but I could be wrong about that.
Thank you for the super chat, Clifton. Cheers from Los Angeles. I'm drinking some añejo tequila from my last trip to Puerto Vallarta and looking forward to being back for Dia de Muertos. Are you going back to Puerto Vallarta or somewhere else?
For Dia de Muertos. I hope things are back to normal by then because I love Dia de Muertos. Such a fun holiday. And also, cheers.
How much are avocados where we're at? I don't buy avocados, but she does.
Yeah, Jordan's allergic. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. So inexpensive compared to the U.S. Because yeah, like a good deal is like big Hass avocados, 2 for $3 maybe. Like you're saying, $1.50 each.
But we go to the fruit and vegetable market and we get a big old bag of groceries for, I don't know, $5. So I'm not sure how much they are individually.
Ratbone says, MGM Resorts closed till June 1st, announced today.
Oh, I didn't hear that today.
I mean, and it, like you said, it keeps getting pushed back and the dates change and it's like, yeah. Felipe says, Maddie's right, cenotes are underground or open air. So, but then I'm like, yeah, then what's the difference? Because I'm sure there is.
Because I don't think they're rivers. I don't think cenotes are rivers.
But could they be? Because the water has to come from somewhere and like go into them. Now I'm really curious about this. When Clifton says yes, going to Puerto Vallarta. Very cool.
Glad to see you joining us from the UK.
Awesome. What time is it there? I'm always curious in countries. I can hardly keep track of like time zones that are near to me, let alone time zones across the world.
And where are you at in the UK?
The real Kingamy? Kingamy? I don't know if I said that right. You guys are cool AF. Are you sure you're not Canadian? Pretty sure. Sometimes I think I'm adopted, though, because I don't look like my family. Like, my younger sister, she looks like my mom. Like, if you look at pictures of her when she's young and my mom when she's young, they look alike, but I don't look like anyone in my family, so I have my suspicions. Donnie says, Bacalar looks beautiful from your videos. I want to swim in the lake. You got this high from Tulum. Yeah, Bacalar is awesome. That's like my happy place. Hi, Leska. I know you want me.
You got this. I think that's.
Oh, is that a?
I think that's an emoji you can use. If you click on here, you can click custom emojis.
Oh.
And then some stuff shows up.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, UK, 2:04 a.m.
Woo! So, are you just a night owl, or staying up for joining us?
Or did your phone go off while you were sleeping and it was a notification telling you Tangerine Travels is live?
Uh-oh, not responsible.
Thank you for the super sticker, RC. Pair character, lying on the side.
Nope. I have this. Don't drag me over. David asks, have you seen Tiger King?
No.
No, it's like all over the place. I mean, I feel like we should. We need to just cave and watch it and see what the hullabaloo is all about. Oh.
I've created a monster.
That's good.
Okay, chill out. Sit.
Oh, see, here's one. Here's one that she knows. Do a circle.
Okay, Laska, we're gonna demonstrate your tricks. Circle. Yes.
Good girl.
Laska, sit. Yes. Laska, lay down. Yes. Okay, Laska. Sit. Stay. You may proceed. I'm just kidding. She doesn't know that word. G-O. Go.
So she's obedient sometimes.
If you have cheese.
I think we have to answer this question in every video. Casper asks, those two black dots behind you on the wall, what is that? A mirror normally hangs there, and we don't like the mirror because it's weird and it like
especially during a video.
Yeah, it just shows the reflection sometimes of the computer or the camera or whatever we're holding, so we take it down. And then we had these little pom-pom balls that we got in Peru, but they look like devil horns or cat ears or
A wall bra.
a wall bra. Yeah, so we have to. We just took those down because it was just not. It was not happening for me. ARC Adventures says, didn't you say Jordan's dad is from Missouri? We're from St. Louis. What city is Jordan's dad from? From? I don't think your dad is from Missouri, but he lives there, right? Or is he from there?
He lives in Missouri, Springfield, or near Springfield.
Cesar says, Gruta is cave, however, is not filled by an underground river as a cenote. Well, now I'm really confused.
And he is a night oval.
Oval. Did I say that? Did I say night oval?
I don't know whether that's a guy's name or a girl's name. You'll have to let us know.
Jess. Tiger. Oh. Mikhail says, Laska. Anne says, Tiger King is the new Kardashians. Oh. I've never
watched the Kardashians.
I've never known of or caught up with said Kardashians. I don't really understand that either. Like, obsessing so much about celebrities that, as far as I know, aren't they not known? They're not known for anything. They're just somehow they got famous for, I don't know.
I don't even know.
I've never gotten into
I
that.
think their father was the lawyer in the O.J. Simpson trial or something like that, and that was the initial.
Really? That's wow.
But I don't know how it got from there to where it is now.
Fame is interesting.
What are y'all's go-to drinks when visiting a new bar, either in the U.S. or Mexico? Probably margarita.
And what's mine? I don't know. Some type of tequila or mezcal. If mezcal's an option, I'm gonna go for mezcal. It's a new love of mine. in terms of drinks. Maybe wine. I guess it kind of depends on the
Or
country.
Alaska on the rocks.
Alaska rocks. No, not Alaska on the rocks. Hi, Connie. How's it going? How's it going in Puerto Vallarta? We've heard that, based on all the news and stuff that we've looked into, Jalisco is like really, really cracking down during this whole situation.
Thank you for the super chat, Yasmin.
Hey, from New York.
Or maybe it's Jasmine. I'm an essential military worker. So busy. Love all your Vegas videos. Miss it. What are your thoughts on Vegas reopening? Favorite thing to do? Favorite thing to do in Vegas? What is? I don't know. Just all the sights and sights and sounds and.
I think my favorite thing in Vegas is the fact that we never have a plan of what to do, and we just do whatever. Like, Vegas just leads us into whatever we want to do. It's like, okay, we want to sit down and like play video poker for a little bit. Okay, now we want to go to the pool. Now we want to go to a buffet. Like, I like that about Vegas, that it's so promotes spontaneity.
And as for my thoughts on them reopening, I mean, whenever they want to reopen, go for it. I mean, it's really hurting their city to not be open, but I think they're going to really struggle once they are, and I think they're going to put a lot of measures into place to try to protect people. But if Vegas, like going to Vegas requires wearing a mask and things like that everywhere, that would be such a buzzkill for me, and I wouldn't go.
Yeah, it would kind of take a lot out of it. MTN says, Mads, I caved. I'm also one of those that doesn't want to watch the trendy things, but 2 episodes in and it's pretty good. Probably talking about Tiger King. Oh yeah, with the emojis. Okay, maybe we'll give it a try. We did just watch this show on Netflix, or we watched 1 episode, even though I knew it was going to be total trash TV. It was like, I think it was called Hot Stuff or something like that, and it's basically people who are like perpetual swipers on Tinder and stuff, and they put them together, and it's like a social experiment, and then they take away the option to have sex with each other. I think, and it was total trash, which is like, this is why I don't watch these things, because it's just not great. But maybe I can give the Tiger King a chance.
Thank you for the super chat, Andres. Have you been in a temazcal yet? Highly recommended. I've heard of that, but I don't know what that is.
Me either. Let us know. Threw another one at us. We don't know. Jeff says, nice to see you guys on a Friday. Will you also do the live chat on Sunday? Yes.
Planning on it.
Yep.
And we have a video coming out tomorrow morning.
Yep. Thank you, John, for the super chat. They have to wait till 4:30 to legalize weed. Any word? Who?
Yeah.
In Mexico, or? I don't know anything about that. Nothing against it, but that's nothing that we really pay too close attention to. Thank you also to Anthony for the super chat. On your trip to Veracruz, what city could you compare it to in the U.S., if any? Was it a professional type of town or college, etc.? So we were in Heroica, Veracruz.
It felt like a city right after the real estate bubble. There were lots of abandoned buildings, things like that, lots of for sale signs. Kind of dead. I don't know. I can't really compare it to any city I've been to.
Yeah. I can't think of anything either, because it was like, I'd never seen a place before like that where there were so many abandoned buildings and there weren't people walking around, and there were like totally abandoned skyscrapers going up, or what might have been like hotels and stuff meant for tourists. So it was like just a eerie place to be when we went there.
Thank you for the huge super chat, Natalia.
500 pesos. Wow, thank you.
You guys are such an inspiration. Thank you. Thanks to you guys, we are selling our house in Pennsylvania and moving to Mexico.
Wow. Awesome. Where are you guys thinking of moving? Connie asks, hey, I heard...
Can we go back to that one
for
a moment?
Yeah.
Thanks to you guys, we're selling our house in Pennsylvania, moving to Mexico. That overwhelms me. It's like, wow, we really need to be honest in our videos. This is just like,
you say that like we're not already.
but it's just like another affirmation that we need to be.
Well, did you guys know that in the first place? There were two parts, like when we were first starting out our channel, that we were like, we have to say what we mean all the time, and we have to say the things
or what
that
we think.
Oh, yeah, what we think, and like maybe the things that not everybody wants to hear, because first of all, we went to a place and we felt like we were totally steered wrong about it by videos that we had watched on YouTube before that. So we're like, we spent money to come here and we planned to come here, and like we just felt like we only saw one side of that place from the videos that we had watched. So there was that, and then the other part was when we went to Ajijic and lived there for about 4 months, there were so many people saying something similar, like, we came here because of you guys, like, because we saw your videos and everything, and it was like, between those two things, we decided we need to be 100% honest, even if it's not what people are hoping to hear, or maybe some people don't like the things that we have to say. At the very least, we're saying things in the way that we experience them, so we never want to steer people in the wrong direction and have them feel like, wow, I really wish they would have said this about the place, or like, it's very clear that this is what's the situation here, but they didn't mention anything. We don't want it to be like that as best as we can, so we're going to say the reality as we experience it.
Gerardo, sorry I have to leave. Was it something I said? I'm just
Thank
kidding.
you for
Have a
joining
good night.
us, though. Cheers, and buenas noches.
Randy, thank you for the super chat. Vegas mayor shouldn't do interviews. Dumpster fire.
Oh my gosh, I watched that today. I had seen, so we have a Vegas group, a Vegas Facebook group, and I had seen the comments about it, but I didn't actually watch it, and I watched it today, and it was like, it almost seemed like the interviewer was paired with someone else, and then she was paired with some other interviewer, because what he was saying and what she was saying was just, it didn't match up at all. It was totally nonsensical.
Yeah, version I watched, it seemed like it was chopped up, like as if they were trying to make her look worse or something, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the original, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and it is possible. Like, that's sometimes stuff like that is done like that online for effect and to get people all riled up and stuff.
But yeah, it was interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah. Meg asked, did you guys buy the Tangerine car before naming yourself Tangerine Travels? Just curious. Absolutely, yes, I did. This was my car before starting all this. The first car that I ever bought myself. I saved up to buy it since I was 16. And yeah, I had to have the tangerine colored one, even though the options were like white, black, gray, powdery blue, lime green. I had to have the tangerine one and went to extensive lengths to get what was apparently the only one that existed in Arizona. So, and then that just made sense, like, kind of to name our channel that, Tangerine Travels, since we're going to be driving around Mexico in that.
And here's the answer to our question earlier.
Oh.
Temazcal is a sweat lodge.
Held in a small igloo, like a dome made out of brick and clay.
Yep, haven't been to one of those.
No, but, I mean, I'd give that a try.
Do you remember the other options we had when we were trying to name our channel?
Yeah, I remember one. I wish we had kept this piece of paper that we were brainstorming for like a few days or maybe a week or more. And we listed so many different names that we were considering calling ourselves. The only one off of that list I remember is the Three Husketeers. Is that the one you remember too?
I didn't remember it.
Oh, yeah, Three Husketeers.
I watch loads of documentaries, but the only thing I seem to trend is watching you guys on YouTube.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, that is a huge compliment. Thank you for that. Karina asks, have y'all ever been to Ciudad Juarez? If so, what's it like? I have been recently started watching y'all, and I love it. I don't think we've been to Ciudad Juarez. Have we? No, not yet. Franco asks, where is Maddie's Mexican side of the family from in Mexico? Have you ever thought of tracing your roots there? My great-grandpa is from Mexico City, and my great grandmother is from Culiacan. And besides that, I have been curious to trace, like, I don't know, do one of those ancestry tests to see if there's whatever else that I am, because besides the Mexican part of my family, I'm not really sure what else there is specifically.
21% of New Yorkers have been infected. Yeah, I saw a number, something like that. That's pretty crazy. I wonder how many were symptom free, and like because I think they did an antibody test, like trying to do like a random sample of the population. I think that's how they got to that number.
But that's like really crazy.
Thank you, Kim, for the super sticker. I so wish we could put the sticker on the screen instead of the text.
Hair character, project in the air with fist and bump.
Did I really push you that hard?
No, but my legs are crossed, and then I started tipping, and I couldn't get them untwisted.
Have you started selling your new shirts yet? No, we're waiting for them to be delivered to us, and then we're going to see how they look in person, and if all is good to go, we're going to put them online.
Yeah, I posted those on Facebook, maybe, I don't know, sometime this week, I think, but we're waiting for those to come, because we don't want to put them on the site if we get the shirt and there's some weird thing wrong with the design, so just want to make sure, because for those of you who do want to buy a shirt, we want to make sure you're getting something amazing.
Vegas is so boring right now. I can only imagine.
It's got to be a ghost town.
Yeah, I mean, we like it for the exact opposite reason of that, or for the opposite of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just there's like endless things to do and see.
Scott says, starting my second glass of wine, so if my questions start getting goofier, you'll know why. I'm almost at the end of this. It wasn't actually a very big glass of wine. It was the end of bottle, so I might have to get some more myself. So if it gets goofier on this end, that's also why. Queen of Spades. Oh, that's awesome. Can't wait for the shirts. Definitely will be checking them out. Yeah, I can't wait to get them as well, because we're gearing up to move, right? Like, our lease was supposed to be up at the end of this month, and in a very few days we would be heading to Chiapas. Now we're not anymore because of this whole thing. So we were getting rid of a bunch of clothes and everything, old things like our Teespring shirts that we tried, and they were not very good quality. So now our wardrobe is much more limited. I would be excited to have some more really comfy, like, jersey fabric, soft t-shirts that we're getting. Thank you so much, Carlos, for the generous super chat.
Oh, wow.
Hello, guys from Florida. The money is for Lasca Croquetas. LOL, keep up the good work. You're amazing. Okay, now we don't have any, well, we feed Lasca random treats all the time, but I think we should get her something in your honor. Lasca! What should we give you, Lasca?
Lisa asks, do you have a Venmo? Yes, we do. Mine is attached to this email. I'm going to post it in the comments here.
Oh, this is great. This is great. We got this 3-pack of whipped cream from Costco, and anytime I want a little bit of like a sweet something here or there, I'll go to the fridge and take this out. Oh, and do this sound. That sound. Austin knows that sound now. So anytime I go to the fridge and do that, she knows. So this is going to be for Alaska. Oh, we need to see her, though. Oh. Sit.
Her tongue's just going.
Good girl. Okay, don't lick my leg. Lick the rest of this. There's nothing on my leg. There's nothing on my leg. Okay. Yeah, lick it off. I always have the urge to lick my finger myself after, because she always leaves a little bit of something on there. But I'm like, nope, don't do it. Stop licking my leg. There's nothing on my leg. Stop. Lick the rib cream.
You doing whippets over there?
Something like that. The
That's
cream
funny.
is so good. It's so good. Irish Lincoln says greetings. Is that like, oh, I was going to try to do it in like an Irish accent, but instead I'll ask, are you hopping on from Ireland? Wow. Okay, I'm going to put this one.
Orlando asks, which of your social media accounts do you check the most? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook? YouTube for sure. I spend way more time on YouTube than the other platforms.
Oh, and then something interesting. When it comes to our social media, if it's Twitter or Instagram, it's probably me. If it's Facebook, it's, I don't know, maybe about 50-50, or our group's about 50-50.
Yeah, I don't really go on Instagram or Twitter.
Same with YouTube. It's probably like 50-50 who's responding. Emails, don't send us emails. I'm just kidding. Probably mostly Jordan, because you'll usually do that while I'm editing, like during the week, I think. So
She says don't send us emails just because we have so many and we just can't respond to them all.
I say that like because I don't want to come across the wrong way. We really do like hearing from you guys, but the emails, they tend to pile up, and we have to prioritize, of course. So sometimes that, like, we have to prioritize. I'll just leave it at that. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. So Maya and me, Scott says, what is your favorite Vegas show that we've seen? Obviously, Beatles Love. Made in USA asks, can you get bacon in Mexico?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bacon's a thing here.
Oh, yeah. I eat bacon way too much. Queen of Spades says, love Vegas. We saw Zumanity last time. We were there, and it was an amazing show. Did we see Zumanity? Is that the one?
I didn't like it that much.
At one point,
I'm glad you liked it, though. I mean, it gets very mixed reviews. Some people are like, I love this show, and some people are like, I hate it.
If I remember correctly, they were like, many of the performers were topless in that.
Some of them were.
I remember thinking, like, I don't have anything wrong with that, first of all, but I sort of felt like it was unnecessary, though. Like, it didn't add much to the showmanship of it, I guess you could say. Like, they're all such great performers and do all these acrobatics that I kind of felt like it was, I don't know, just unnecessary nudity.
I think I remember the coolest,
my
favorite part being the fishbowl part.
I do remember that one very specifically, and they highlight that one a lot when they do, like, previews of it and stuff. Michael asks, are you going further south after Mexico?
We'll have to see. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I want to travel more in general, but there's just so much more of Mexico that we haven't seen yet, and so much of Mexico that we've seen that we want to see again.
And we can't really make plans right now.
Mm-hmm. Javier asks, is Mexico adhering to the lockdown or social distancing like here in the U.S.? We will be talking about this extensively in tomorrow's video that we'll be posting tomorrow morning. And yes and no. So check out that video tomorrow, and we'll be going over everything related to coronavirus in Mexico.
What do you like about Mexico? What don't I like about Mexico?
Everything, yeah. What don't we like? Yeah.
But what are my favorite things about here? The food is awesome. It's super diverse. Like, you can have there's every landscape and climate you could want.
Did you say food?
Yeah.
Culture?
Yeah.
Dances?
No, because
music?
That's not something I really care about.
Like, well, it's part of the culture.
But also, like, the history in a lot of places. For example, like going to Guanajuato City, or basically any colonial city, and most of the cities, it seems like, are colonial cities with awesome architecture.
Donnie says, Chiapas is so affordable. I rented a private room at a yoga center for about $130 US for 1 month. Damn! That's awesome. Yeah, Chiapas
really is.
super, super low cost of living. Well, we've only been to San Cristobal de las Casas, which is where we had planned to go after this lease, and we had it was all set up, but we had to cancel it all. And yeah, super, super low cost of living, or just cost of everything: food, drinks, artesanias. The rentals are reasonably priced too. And there's so much to like about Chiapas. I was excited to go back.
What's your favorite color? Tangerine, obviously.
What's your actual favorite color? Actually,
Oh.
I've grown to like Tangerine more since starting this YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I got to admit.
me too.
But I think my favorite color, I like teals,
Me too.
like various colors of teals these days.
I mean, I don't really have a favorite color.
Do you not?
Not really.
I guess I would have known if you had a favorite color, so that must be right.
I mean, it's me saying it, so it must be right if I'm saying that.
You know what I mean. Porgy says, remember last week I complained that Oaxaca is suddenly a dry state? I found a guy who sold me 36 barrolitos. Salute.
What are barrolitos?
Oh no.
Is it made of mud? Something with mud? Barro? Is that mud?
Or is this just probably actually, yeah, what is that? I was gonna think of something, but I don't know. Well, either way, salute. Happy you found
My drink
something.
is gone.
Mine is. Do you want me to make you another one?
No thanks. Our happy hour is almost up.
Oh, happy hour is almost up. Do we have any remaining burning questions or thoughts or rants or raves?
Any questions you want to ask?
Porgy also says San Cristobal is an awesome artist place. Yeah, I was obsessed. The two places that I'm most obsessed with artesanias or handicrafts in Mexico are Oaxaca and Chiapas. And they're very similar in many ways, but I love them and I could just look at that stuff forever. But those people are so talented at what they do, and it's just such high quality stuff that I love it so much. Can't stop looking at it. Jonathan asks, is Mexico in quarantine? We will be going over this and many, many other topics about coronavirus, COVID-19 in Mexico mañana en la mañana, tomorrow in the morning, in the video that we created this week. Mark asks, you guys ready for Vegas if they open up soon? I would love that. I would love to see Vegas get back to normal.
I would love to see it go back to normal, but even after they open up, we're probably not going to go because it's just, I don't know, if I have to wear a mask everywhere, that's a total buzzkill, and we enjoy it, and I want it to continue being a place that we like to go.
Mm-hmm. Trisha in the house, my Trisha advisor. She says Diego was watching, and I was like, who are you listening to in English? And it was you. Sorry, I was cooking. Oh, that's hilarious.
What did you make?
Yeah, what are you making? What are you making us? We should do another virtual dinner party soon. We did this with. What are you doing?
I was gonna say, go check out my Trish advisor.
Yes.
She's trying to get to 4,000 watch hours on YouTube, so her channel can get monetized.
And she creates videos about Mexico, specifically Puerto Morelos. But yes, I would love to do with her and Diego. I want to do with you guys another virtual dinner. We each made dinner in our respective apartments, and then did basically this, Skype chat or live video with each other. And it was a lot of fun. I like that. I like all the things popping up, recently with my sister and her fiance and some of her fiance's family and Jordan. We all played this game with, was it Alexa?
Yeah.
And it's you basically get a word, you get a card. So say it's turtle, and you're trying to ask Alexa a question that will have her say the answer turtle. Does that make sense? So you can ask her whatever you want, but you're trying to have her answer include the word that you're going for. And it was actually a lot of fun. So cool games you can play while in quarantine.
So if the word was mom, you could be like, Alexa, what is a MILF?
Oh my gosh, Jordan. You were just really on that joke. Trisha says she's making spaghetti. Yum. We need some gluten-free pasta up in here. I want some spaghetti.
Thank you, Julie. We'll go look for that after this.
Thank you for the PayPal. That's very nice of you. Captain's Table MDR. Hi guys from Chicago. Hello in Chicago. Any thoughts on Acapulco returning as a once premier cruise stop like it was in the 80s and 90s?
I mean, I don't really know the cruise industry, but I do see it returning to a huge tourist destination because Acapulco is amazing, and I in our week there I saw very little reason why people shouldn't be going.
You know something cool though that I just saw in the news about Acapulco is that bioluminescence returned to Acapulco after
60 years, I think you said.
60 was it? 60 years? And like, I love these things, seeing how nature is like reclaiming its territory kind of and healing even as well. But bioluminescence is awesome. I would have been stoked to see that when we were there.
How much could I expect to pay for a furnished two-bedroom place there? If you're talking about here in the town we're living in, this is what we have, a furnished two-bedroom, and we pay $500 a month. But we signed our lease a year ago when $500 was about 10,000 pesos. Now it's more like 12,500. But our lease is denominated in U.S. dollars, so I'm sure if we signed the same lease again, it would be lower, or we could find it for less because the value of the dollar relative to the peso has increased. But we're in a modern apartment, so if you had something a little bit older, perhaps, depends on your amenities. We have air conditioning and new appliances, things like that. So if you didn't have those things, I'm sure it would be a lot less.
Connie says, hopefully Trisha is cooking something healthy. People from your group are here, Trisha. Yes, Trisha, people from your group are here. She just started like a habit forming group, which I think is like super awesome and productive use of this quarantine. So, yep, we're watching Trisha.
We are live, and we're putting comments on the screen as they happen.
I feel like we've seen this question like every single live video that we've done recently. Are we Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I've never seen that show.
Isn't it from Avengers? Or am I just making that up?
I've seen it on some movie or show or something.
This should be proof that we're not.
I don't think I'm an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't think so either, or else I forgot. Thank you, Queen of Spades, for the super chat. I gotta go now, but I wanted to thank you guys for your Vegas tip videos. Just sorry I missed you. Left a few days before you got there. Well, hopefully we meet you someday when this is all like pandemic shiz is over. And thank you for the super chat. Buenas noches. We'll be hopping off here. I know we said that recently, like our happy hour is almost over, but we'll get a few more comments here before we leave. Thank you, Aaron, for the super chat. I grew up in Albert Lee,
Minnesota.
Lee? You should take this one. It's free.
I think it's pronounced Lee.
I said Leia.
I don't think I've been there. I grew up in Moorhead, Minnesota. My husband is from Guadalajara. We can't wait to travel to Mexico again. How do you guys fill up your quarantine days? Well, we work online, so a lot of work. We'll typically watch one episode of Netflix a day while we eat dinner. And
I'll sometimes watch an episode or some part of a movie while I'm doing like a little stretching routine.
I've been trying to do lots of education-related stuff, like learning new things. So that's taken up most of my time.
And then we have our once a day like jailbreak, I call it, where we take Laska for a WALK outside. But yeah, like I don't know, random stuff and a lot. I mean, we're still working for like doing Tangerine Travels related things.
Mark says cruise industry is dead right now, at least, and I think a lot of these companies are going to have a hard time not going bankrupt. But if they as long as there's a demand for going on cruises, I think cruise ships will continue to exist. Just because a company goes bankrupt doesn't mean it goes away. It goes into the bankruptcy courts, a new company buys it, and then it's debt-free, and then they can operate it without all the debt. So if there's demand, I think they'll continue.
Porgy says, Barrilitos is a Mexican beer, kind of like Buttermiller Light. Oh, okay, gotcha. And Trisha says, yes, another dinner party, and I want to play that game too. We're gonna eat, love you guys so much. What?
All right. We are gonna eat. Love you guys
Oh, just missing
They're eating
punctuation.
dinner.
Okay.
MILF!
And thank you, Santo, for the super chat. Hola, you guys, it's good to see you. Would you mind to show us the shirt you were wearing? Never seen it before. Oh, this one. This shirt. So the thing that happened with this is when we were trying out Teespring, and two things happened with this. We're not using Teespring because the printing is really low quality, but apparently they said that with this like splatter, the watercolor type splatter, it doesn't always print that well because it's kind of like lighter colors, but the printing on Teespring is just not great anyway, so we didn't end up going with that design. We kind of slashed it.
And we slashed Teespring.
And now we use Printful, and their shirts are awesome. Thank you, John, for the super chat. Sign off with a virtual toast, and we'll all join. Okay, we'll have to make...
My glass is empty.
Yeah.
Our glasses are empty. Are we going to toast with them? Oh, I can toast with the bottle. This bottle's not empty.
No. You can make like a little drink, and then I'll pour a little bit more wine. But we'll have to do that in just a second. We'll just catch up on the comments here. Hopefully, I mean, we keep saying this, but you do this, and where's your glass? Okay, I will be right back.
Big super chat from Sergio. Thank you so much. Len says the bioluminescence in Acapulco is actually over at Puerto Marquez. Don't think you got down there. I don't think we got to Puerto Marquez either. But good to know. All right. Thank you for the super chat, Mina. Hey guys, out of all the places you travel in Mexico, where do you see yourselves living long term? I'd like to live in Guadalajara. There's so many things within driving distance from there, like little day trips you can take, and so much to do within the city. Pretty affordable, lots of things to do there. I love the people. So much good food.
And I think many know by now that my heart lives in Oaxaca. After the 2 times that we've been there, I love Oaxaca. Although I do love Guadalajara as well, and my heart, like, a piece of my heart lives there because of how, like, we were just so welcomed in the city. It felt like when we were first starting our channel, and that was the first place that we decided to live long term. So I love Guadalajara a lot. We love our tapatíos.
Thank you for the super chat, Antonio. Hi guys, from New York here. It's crazy, but we love New York.
Oh, hope you're staying healthy.
Yeah.
And staying safe there. And hi, Sarah. I haven't seen your comments before. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Hopefully you have a nice weekend as well. I just saw your picture, some picture today with your cat. Your cat is super cute. And Scott says, agreed, I thought Guadalajara was super cool. Yep, we hope to get back there.
Will you click on Wreck-It Ralph?
Where?
Right above the one you just clicked on. Let's have Jordan take off his shirt and sign it, and we can auction it off here.
We need
a live auction in the comments. That's an interesting concept.
That is an interesting concept. We would need, for this shirt, though, we would need like a bleach pen, I think, for you to sign it, because it's black shirt, so a Sharpie wouldn't really do much. But are you guys into that? Like old, worn t-shirts? Should we wash it before we send it to you, or just like let them wear it for a day? I know some people are into that with like other garments, but maybe we shouldn't go there.
Green asks, how do I give? LOL. Well, you can give thanks and tell us you like the video by giving us a thumbs up. Or if you're talking about like how do you do a super chat or something like that, below the chat box or maybe next to it, depending on the device you're on, there's a little money sign, dollar sign type deal. If you click on that, there's a few options. One is become a member where your name will show up in green, and then you get a little badge next to your name in the comments as well. And then there's an option for a super sticker where you send like an animated GIF type deal. And then there's a super chat which highlights your comments, makes it more visible to us. And yeah.
Meanwhile, Scott says, "Ladies, break out your wallets." Hilarious. Okay, one last question, and then we're gonna do a group toast. Richie says, "How long have you guys been together?" Just over 4 years. We just passed our 4-year mark.
But if you're talking about Alaska and me, just over 10 years.
It's pretty crazy. This girl's got a lot of years on me.
Mm-hmm.
She's just sitting over there like, "Give me more whipped cream."
Thomas asks, "How are y'all so good at these? I'm camera shy AF." Well, first of all, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, it helps to have made almost 300 videos before this. We just started doing these lives. But, I mean, it just feels like we're chatting with you. But it was really weird talking into a camera for the first lots of videos. It was weird.
And if you're talking about live videos, I think this actually is a little bit more, like, at least in the moment of it, like this right now, it's more complicated or maybe a little bit more stressful than normally recording videos, because sometimes there's just so many comments coming through that it's hard to be talking and to see what's coming up and kind of like respond conversationally. So there's that, but I think these are kind of fun. Like I enjoy getting to talk to people instead of like where we only get to interact in comments and things. It's much more like live. Thank you.
It's much more live.
Yeah.
That's one way to describe a live
That's
video.
the exact, I mean, it's, well, how else would you describe it? Made me feel
Interactive.
dumb. It's, okay, fine, it's interactive. Thank you, We Run Las Vegas, for the super sticker pair character punching the air with fist and bump written on the knuckles. We're getting good at this. And thank you, Karina, for the super chat.
And when you do a super chat, you can leave a comment there as well. It looks like you just did a super chat, which is fine if you want that. But if you want your comment highlighted, you can do that as well.
But I think we're going to wrap this up now. Our happy hour has run over by 12 minutes. This is actually the shortest live video I think we've ever done. I know. Toast. So here's what we're going to do. In honor of gonging the bell, if you have gonged the bell, and also if you have a drink, or even if you haven't, any of the above.
And if you're new here, you need to subscribe
to the channel.
Because you have to do that
to our channel
before gonging the bell.
This is going to be our gong the bell. Just don't gong it too hard or you might break this glass. So salud. Cheers to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Salud.